Guys, we are back. It is Sunday, September 29th, 2024. Welcome back to NAR. We haven't been on the radar lately, but we're going to change that. We got lots more episodes coming up, so stay tuned for new videos. We're going to be posting much more often. Let's get right into it. This is an InfoWars article. This is a rare instance of like actual good news, so I wanted to report on this to start us off. Maybe this will put us in a good path forward. This was reported on September 29th, 2024. So today it says U.S. towns suspend water fluoridation. This is something that, if you have been following this topic, if you know anything about this topic, this is good news, and hopefully this spreads throughout the United States. So it says 2 towns in New York State will suspend fluoridation after a judge's ruling against the EPA this week. Interesting how it's the EPA that's behind fluoride, right? When you look into fluoride and what it is, and we'll probably have to do a video on that topic just to, kind of refresh everybody's awareness about the topic, especially since it's going through the court system. And maybe we can actually get more areas, more states, more cities, everything to come on board with this. So it also says the National Toxicology Program recently found a link between levels of fluoride of exposure and a reduced IQ in children. So, National Toxicology Program, it is finally admitting that there is a link between fluoride and reduced IQ in children. And right here, you can see on screen there was, debates on this topic since I think the whole topic became an issue, and they started adding it to all the public water systems. And I do believe, and we'll get into that in the other fluoride video, but we'll get into the areas that do put it into the water and those that do not. Let's get back into the article. It says 2 towns in New York State will suspend water fluoridation after a federal judge ruled this week that the EPA must address risk to children's cognitive development associated with fluoridation. Yorktown and Somers, I hope I'm pronouncing that as Summers, have both announced that they will stop adding fluoride to their municipal water supply. That is a huge victory, folks. Huge, huge. So hopefully this spreads. In light of this federal ruling and the long-standing concerns expressed by many Yorktown residents, I have decided to suspend water fluoridation as a precautionary measure, Yorktown Supervisor Ed Lachterman said in a statement released on Thursday. Sir, you are my hero. One of many, but definitely a latest hero. Our priority is the safety and the well-being of our community, and we believe it is prudent to pause fluoridation to further assess its potential impacts. Awesome. Even though you can kind of look into that in about 15 minutes on a basic Google search. Summers Supervisor Robert Scarano said that the town's decision to stop fluoridating the municipal water supply would give residents the freedom to choose their own sources of fluoride, ensuring personal control over their health decisions. Additionally, concerns about potential long-term health risks from fluoride exposure support reevaluating its use in public water systems. Absolutely. Like I said, man, hopefully this just keeps spreading. That would be awesome. Everywhere. Across the United States. There's whole countries that refuse to put fluoride in the water systems, and we need to come on board with that. This is 2024, people. Yorktown and Summers are the first towns in the U.S. to have announced an end to municipal fluoridation after U.S. District Judge Edward Chen's ruling, which was announced on Tuesday. Judge Chen ruled in favor of a number of advocacy groups and instructed the EPA to address the risks of fluoridation. The agency must ensure that there is a sufficient margin between the hazard level for fluoride and the exposure level. Yeah, so if there is an insufficient margin, then the chemical poses a risk, which it shouldn't be hard to prove that. Simply put, the risk to health at exposure levels in the United States drinking water is sufficiently high to trigger regulatory response by the EPA. Judge Chen also cited scientific literature in the record that provides a high level of certainty that a hazard is present and demonstrates fluoride is associated with reduced IQ. So Judge Chen, you're number 2 hero, buddy. Judge Chen's order comes weeks after the National Toxicology Program found a link between levels of fluoride of exposure and a reduced IQ in children. The program found that exposing children to higher levels of fluoride at around 1.5 milligrams per liter is consistently associated with lower IQ in children. There you guys have it. I mean, this is good news. Hopefully it spreads all across the nation. I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. Make sure, if you like the content, to like this video. Please help us get the algorithm back in our favor, as we've been missing from it for a long time. And subscribe. Thank you, guys.